at Asia Society, we just awarded Manny Pacquiao
No, really.
the Asia Game Changer of the Year. So last year it was Jack Ma, this year Manny Pacquiao. To me, he symbolizes, so much that's great about the Philippines. I mean, here was a guy who had nothing. Here was a guy who grew up so hungry that he decided, even though he was really small, he was going to box his way out of hunger to help his family. And here is someone who did it not only once, but 8 times in 8 different weight classes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the spirit that I love of the Philippines. You come to the Philippines, everyone here at APEC is saying, wow, I've never felt more hospitality. So that natural, can I say joy, or natural effervescence is very unusual. It reminds me a bit
at the same time. Yeah.
It reminds me a bit of Brazil. You go to Brazil and you just feel hope. Well, I just have to tell you one story. When I came to the Philippines, I think in 2010 during one of the typhoons. The Philippines, I know, gets about 20 a year. This was a big one, the mother of all typhoons, and the World Food Program came with a lot of food. And our team was going around in the water by boat to count how many people needed food. And there was one family, and water was up to the top of the table, and they were eating, sitting in the water. And they said, oh, the World Food Program, thank goodness you're here. This is our last meal. And our team said, I'm so sorry, we don't have food. We're just counting who needs food. And they said, oh, you don't have food? Come and share our last meal with us. To me, that is something that is unique to the Philippines. And I was glad that I was able to see the Philippines first, from the poorest of the poor, and those who are most desperate. Because then I know the generosity and the smile is very deep.
I guess.
Is very deep. I have never in the world seen people more generous in a disaster than the people of the Philippines.
Wow, those are big words coming from.
Those are.
Wow, coming from someone of your experience.
Important spirit here, and so I feel I've seen something, a resilience in the spirit of the people of the Philippines, a kindness there, and even with the frustrations, people want to live a better life. I see that. When I came to APEC, it's good to be here, not in a disaster.
The context is really different, actually.
Yes.
Economic growth and
Totally.
positive. Yeah.
Exactly, and the Philippines is doing really well on the economic indicators, but I saw the same spirit.
It's still there.
Even among, the organizers here and some of the richest folks, the amazing Zobel Ayala family or Doris Ho, who organized ABEC, just a sense of being one team. And so I know the Philippines has had a lot of suffering in its history and governance troubles, but a lost decade the president talked about. But I do feel that the Philippines feels like it's got its footing and some of its confidence in the world, which is really important. I know sometimes Philippines feels overwhelmed by its neighbors and not seen. And it's good to see the Philippines.
Overshadowed.
Yeah, overwhelmed or overshadowed, both, right? And it is really good to see the Philippines really showing its stuff.